Let's go back to the beginning. Hi, hello, and how's it going? It is her to she does me as I, Millenia Decade.
And I'm Alix with an I, and this is Café.
Gone glitter. Ew.
Hi, Millenia. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Alix. How are you?
I'm doing amazing.
Ooh.
You know why?
Why?
Because I didn't do anything today.
Today I don't feel like doing anything. You know what? I feel it's important. Actually, before we get started,
Oh, yeah.
because that's a good subject. Thank you to everyone who has been watching our videos, sharing our videos. My favorite part of this whole thing is connecting with people and seeing that we are heard and seen in different places and that our messages are resonating with people.
Yeah, I love reading the comments.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the best.
And I love the fact that this is like 100% authentic, like no act, no entertainment. Like we're just people being people, and then people love that.
No, yeah, we just talk about real things and just kind of like have conversations with each other, and it feels like we're having a conversation with you too. So it's great.
Hi, Mom.
Mommy Decade.
Hey. So yeah, we were talking about how sometimes we need to take the time to unwind and just do nothing.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can feel a lot of pressure to be productive, to be on the go. If you're not doing something, you're not doing the right thing. Money will make itself. Money. Work.
Yeah, I think that too. I think coming from a home where it was like go, clean, get up, do something, go somewhere, do something, like stay productive. It's super hard for me, as an adult now, it's hard for me to just sit still.
That's true. You've told me that before. Is it still hard for you to sit down even after you got medicated?
It's not that hard, actually. It's not that hard anymore.
'Cause-
I think the medicine helped,
Mhm.
but I don't feel like shit. Like I don't feel like just
Guilty.
exhausted or guilty. I don't feel like that as much.
I feel that I constantly feel guilty for not being productive because my mind is always racing and shooting 1,000 ways, and it's hard for me to stay on task and focus on something, and even that is exhausting. Other people who experience that, like, it's tiring to not be like, it's like your mind is always running and it exhausts itself even if you're not doing like a lot of things. That's how the ADHD works. Sometimes it seems like I did nothing all day, but my mind was racing all day and I feel exhausted. And I feel guilty because I'm like, I didn't get much done, or other people are just going to think I'm lazy because I didn't do much. But in my head, I'm like tired.
Mm-hmm. You know what makes me tired in the mornings is because I dream so much.
Because when you sleep, you're supposed to be recharging and getting rest, but in your dreams, you're still working.
Yeah, no, I have like very vivid dreams, like so vivid. Like I can remember tastes, I can remember smells, like voices, sounds, colors, like everything in one night.
You're like an avatar. You have another life in your dreams.
In dreams, yeah. In one night, I'll have like 4 or 5 different dreams.
You have a 9 to 5 in your dreams.
Yeah, in my sleep. As it is, I work 2 jobs, right? So I'm pretty busy as it is. So when I do get to unwind, I like to be productive, but there have been days where I'm like, you know what, like, or I try to give myself increments of the day of like where I just sit outside, you know, if I'm home. Obviously when I go to work from my 9 to 5, I go to work and then I clock out, and then I have like an hour or 2 to myself, and then I have to clock back into my next job, right? So it's kind of hard during the week to be able to rest, but on the weekends when I have a little bit of extra time, I give myself little increments. So instead of like me not doing anything all day, I'll try to give myself little increments, because I've been asked before, like, Alex, do you have ADHD? Because you're always running around doing something, like you're always figuring something out, you're always fixing something. And it's like, I didn't think I did, I don't think I do, but I know that I like to stay busy. And also because I just felt like if I don't do it, like it's not gonna get done.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And I think that kind of stems from being the oldest too, I think, because, you know, as the oldest, you kind of have that put that on you of like, you need to make sure that you get you need to make sure you take care of your siblings, you need to make sure you get this, you need to make sure you're being careful, you need to make sure, and so on. So I think that kind of stems from it. And also in past relationships, like I was always the doer, so now it's like, now I feel guilty for just sitting down or doing something for myself or something like that. Like I feel guilty, like I can't even take a trip because I'll be like, oh, like I have responsibilities.
I think I also from observing my mom would always be taking care of us. She'd work her full-time job, then come home, wash clothes, make food, clean the house, run errands, pay bills. And I see her to this day how she just can't sit down and eat her food. She needs to be standing and like doing something. And I always tell her, like, it's okay to take time for yourself, like take care of your mind and body, disconnect, do something for yourself. And I started applying that onto myself too. I don't keep busy like she does, or like I've never been as busy as she's had to be, but I do try to take care of myself and allow myself time to unwind and not beat myself up for needing that time, because I think we need to listen to our bodies and what we're feeling.
Yeah, I think until I really started talking with you, that's when like you're like, well, what do you do for yourself? And I'm like, I don't know.
You're like, I like to mow my lawn.
I like to mow my lawn. Like,
but your lawn grows so slowly. You need to find other things to do, Alex.
Not right now. It's raining. No, but right now I think I'm in a journey where I'm trying to figure out what I like to do. Just because and we've talked about it in the past, where I felt like I was so codependent on other people. If it wasn't my mom, it was a relationship or so on,
where your night and day was just attending to this person,
to them. Yeah, it was like to them or my job. And if it wasn't my job, it was to them, right? So now I'm like, okay, well, what do I like to do? People ask you like, well, what do you do for fun? And I'm like, fuck, I don't know. What do I do for fun? And I was born in 91, you're born in 91. So,
and the further back you go, the worse it gets.
We're in our 30s and we're figuring out what we actually like to do for fun, like, and what constitutes as fun. Like walking my dog, and that's for my dog a lot too, Like,
but that's the other thing I was trying that comes into play. Like I've asked you before, like, what do you like to do for fun? And you're like, mow my lawn, walk my dog, fix up my room or whatever, build things. But that doesn't count. And I'm like, well, if it makes you happy and if it's relaxing for you, and then it counts. Just because other people go, oh, I like to go hiking, or oh, I like to travel, oh, I like to go to restaurants, like if that works for them, that works for them, but everybody's different. But that was another thing. I would also feel guilty for not being more ambitious in that way, like for not trying, for not liking traveling, for not like going out and trying new things. Like I even felt pressured to like, oh my gosh, I need to do it while I'm young, because when I'm older I won't be able to. But wait. She's a little big girl. I've learned that if it doesn't bring you the peace and happiness, then it's not working. The whole point is to unwind, not stress yourself out.
Yeah, and I think it takes some time to figure out how to unwind. I don't think it's easy, especially nowadays, because a lot of us are working 2 jobs. A lot of us are worried about how we're going to pay our rent. And you can do things that don't cost a lot of money. You can do things for free, but it's hard to figure out stuff to do sometimes. So what kinds of things do you like to do?
Well, for me, actually, that's a great question. Oh, we on the air with Ryan Seacrest. I've learned that for me, I love visiting you, hanging out with you, because you're somebody that knows how to just be in the moment and not do anything. We could put on a movie and be happy and just chill, or we can sit down outside like we did this morning and talk over coffee. And a lot of people are like, let's do something, let's go, and there's nothing wrong with that. But to me, I'm not wired that way, and it actually stresses me out constantly having to come up with new things. Sometimes I just want to like stop, probably because my brain's always running, and I appreciate just the quietness of just stopping and not feeling the pressure to do something or get something done. So that's why I enjoy your company. Other things that help, it's actually kind of therapeutic to like play with makeup for me.
Oh yeah.
Like you were talking about, it's therapeutic for you to cook.
Yeah.
And the time that it takes to prepare and to do this and that. And to me in my head, I'm like, I could never, like, that would not be therapy for me. But the way you described that is like what goes on when I like play with makeup. Like, like today I wasn't having the best day, but then I decided to get a little more creative with the makeup, and I spent some time on it, and it was therapeutic for me. Like, I felt good about it. And another thing I like to do is like go online and watch videos from my favorite creators.
Oh yeah.
Not influencers. I do not like influencers. I do not like
What's
being...
the difference between an influencer and a creator?
To me, in my mind, I feel that an influencer, oh god, I even hate the word. Like, who are you influencing? People you're influencing to what? Buy things, to wear things. Like, I don't like to feel like somebody has that power over me. Maybe I'm being a 4. But to me, a content creator is somebody who is creating content or entertainment or whatever it is they want to do because they want to, and I enjoy what they're sharing or what they're doing. But I don't know, something about people who have this idea of trying to sell you something or trying to influence you or feels kind of phony to me, and that's why I'm like, I don't like influencers.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think one of the things that I like to do, like you said, was cook. I really do like to cook. I like to cook for me, but I also like to cook for others. Like, I really like to cook.
And I think you're the first person I met that likes that. And
yeah,
it's nice to see.
I'm like, oh, like I want to cook, for you, and then I want you to I want to see your face when you like bite into that food, like the flavor. Like,
have you seen the picture of Littlefoot biting a leaf?
Yeah,
that's me. Showing you that I'm liking your food.
Yeah, and obviously for me too, going to the gym has been helping a lot. I really like doing that for myself. I'm trying to figure out if I want to set certain goals, because right now I'm kind of like figuring out what I want to do and just kind of working out. And then what else do I like to do?
Do you feel that it relaxes you to go on long drives, or like when you go from work to home?
No, because I'm so exhausted. I'm tired.
You don't enjoy it?
It doesn't, like, it's not like
it doesn't do anything for you?
No, it makes me, if anything, it makes me like think about everything that I've been trying to avoid all day.
Really? Because you have nowhere to run and just your thoughts? That's actually why I love it. Yeah, I love driving. Like, when I come here, I enjoy the drive because I get to, like, I'm just driving and I'm like,
no, not for me.
I'm like,
no. And I think that's why I'm going to talk to my doctor about my medication.
There's a lot of people who don't feel comfortable with their thoughts. Are you one of them?
No, I'm comfortable with my thoughts. It's just the ruminating stuff that I've been dealing with lately. Just like personal things, and they've just been kind of like sitting in my mind. But I'm not afraid of my own thoughts. Like, I know who I am, and I'm not afraid to be alone with myself. It's just some of the like personal struggles that I'm dealing with right now, where I'm like, oh, like it's hard, because like I am going through a divorce in a sense, and it's hard to let go of something that you've been dependent on for so long.
Well, it's trying to unlearn behaviors and patterns and attachments that were your normal for so long.
Yeah, and it happens to a lot of people. So I know I'm not the only one, but I'm not afraid to be like alone with my thoughts. I like to distract myself, but because I like to be efficient at life, I guess, I don't know, but I don't distract myself to the point where I'm not taking care of my mental health. Like, I'm going to therapy,
because that's what ends up happening. There's a lot of people that are like busy, go, and you realize that it's because they're trying to avoid their thoughts and their feelings, and it's like, that's a pressure cooker.
It is.
That's just waiting to blow up someday.
Yeah. You know what a pressure cooker is?
Yeah, because you made birria in it.
Oh, that's a slow cooker. It's a
Oh,
crock
fuck.
pot.
Isn't it? It's a cooker. What's the difference between pressure and slow?
Pressure cooks it fast.
And slow? Oh.
Like over 8 hours, yeah.
Oh.
I also like to listen to music, right? Music for you is different than music for me. Like when I'm listening to the music, I like the beat and stuff, but the words are what hits for me.
Yeah, like that's been interesting to see too. Like music to me is, how can I perform this? How would I perform this? Do I want to save it to my performance list? And then when I realized that for you, music is expressing your thoughts. It's pretty cool to see how depending on your mood or what you're going through, like music is therapy for you. And I've heard people say that before, like I could not live without music, or music is therapy for me. And I always wondered like why, what, but once I saw you and your relationship with music, I was like, makes so much sense.
Yeah, and if you follow me on TikTok, you'll see all the music.
Me making it sound all poetic, and you're like, fuck bitches get money.
No, there's a song called I think it's called Killing Me Softly.
Strumming my pain with his feet.
Yeah, so if you're listening to the words,
Singing it with his words.
this person is talking about how this other person is like, they're expressing what the audience is feeling through them. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean?
Emotionception.
What's that?
I just made up the word.
Oh, yes. Yes. But yeah, it's really big. And when I show you songs, I'm like, dude, look at the words, look at what it says.
And I'm like, look at the beat. And I'm like,
yeah, it's so we you and I have like a lot of, we're in the opposite ends, but so far out that we're meeting each other out there.
I think that's what I love about our dynamic. We don't get along because we're the same. We get along because we try to understand each other. And that's cool, because we do process things differently. We are wired differently, but yet somehow we understand each other.
Yeah.
And are able to be present for each other and the needs that we may have.
Yeah. No, I think being able to come here and just kind of chill, because I do have a bit of a more calming energy. For the most part, there are some days though that I'm a little bit more.
Well, you were talking about how like you're so anxious and this and that, but I was telling you don't show it. So yeah, you always just give off like chill vibes, even if you're dying inside.
No, there are times where I'm like a little bit extra hyper, have a little bit of extra energy, a little pep in my step.
I think, but I also feel like people like that who have that type of energy, it's inviting to other people, whether because they need someone to hear them or because someone wants some of the good vibes, and it could be a little tiring sometimes.
Yeah, it could be. But
because everybody comes to me, but who do I go to?
Who do you go to?
You.
Who do I go to?
Me.
Yeah.
But what if we're sad at the same time?
Oh, we either ignore each other or we like
we ghost each other.
Yeah, we literally ghost each other.
But I think that was more so like at the beginning too. Like we've come a long way.
Yeah, if somebody's not doing well or just not in the mood to do something, just don't pressure them to do anything.
Sometimes it's okay to do nothing and necessary.
Yeah, it is. So I think remember to just take the time to sit down sometimes and take a breath. When was the last time like somebody looked up at the stars? You know, because I think I went out there one time in my backyard and I was like, "Yeah, look at the stars," and you were like, "What?" And then like you looked up and you're like, "Oh wow, shit.
Look at all those dots. Look at all that glitter." We also live in a crazy world now. Everything is instant. It's quick. It's social media. When you're scrolling, like everything is designed to give you all the information possible in like 30 minutes or a minute. 30 seconds or a minute. And because they know that your attention span, you're just swiping. And sometimes our minds are just on the go like that. And people forget, like, we were here before social media, before the phones, before the smartphones. And all of that extra stuff, it does come with added.
Yeah, but don't scroll on us.
No, double tap.
Like the fuck? I think sometimes the colors you wear also help with like if you're wearing like pajamas or something comfy or a warm color, you're gonna feel more relaxed.
Well, there is a whole psychological thing behind colors and what they are. Like a blue is supposed to be like reliable or calming, and that's why like scrubs are that color, like with doctors.
Yeah.
Yellow is supposed to be like a joyful color, a fun color. Pink is like very feminine and girly.
Oh, you're pink today.
Yeah, very feminine, girly, fun.
I'm looking like my skin color. I'm looking like
you're not wearing a shirt.
I'm looking like your iced coffee right now.
No, this is a lot of color for Alex because before, like now he's venturing off. He's been hanging around with you too much. Now look at this. There's a yellow happy face on there.
I don't wear yellow.
No, it looks nice. What I wear, it shows how I'm feeling because I will not wear a yellow or a bright color if I'm feeling kind of down.
Yeah. I think I read somewhere that there are times where you wake up and you're like, this is the color I want to wear. Because for some reason, like your mood or the universe is like, no, this is the color.
That's literally me every morning. Some thought went into what I'm wearing, even if it's a hoodie with some pants and some boots. Like there's a reason why I chose that.
Is that what you usually wear outside of drag? When are we gonna get to see Millenia?
Never. This is me. Drag. This is the real. This is me. Do you know where that's from?
No.
Wow.
What is it from?
Camp Rock.
I've never seen it.
You didn't have cable?
I did.
Oh.
We had Dish when I got older.
What dish? Deep
Dish.
But yeah, it's important to do nothing sometimes.
We challenge you to do nothing this week.
And it's kind of empowering sometimes when you feel the pressure of, or when you take the power and you're like, no, you know what? I don't want to do anything. I want to rest.
You know what else I learned from you was disconnecting from my phone. Because when I first met you, like you would just leave your phone everywhere. And I was like, dude, like where's your phone? And you're like, oh, I don't need it. And I'm like, what if somebody calls you? And you're like, well, they'll call me back. And I was like, what the heck?
Like people have told me I'm crazy for that, but it's part of like what I told you, that I like to disconnect from what's that world.
And now there are times where I'm like earlier when we were talking, like I just left my phone inside. I didn't.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I try not to be on it like that as much. But obviously there are times where you're bored and you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna get on TikTok for 5 minutes. You know,
of course, like I'm never like against it or saying like, what are you doing? Like get off of the social media. No, it's just a matter of like knowing how to disconnect, or knowing that a lot of things are curated. It's because it's very common for people to compare themselves to what they see on social media. I grew up in 91. You grew up in 91. And what I would watch on the TV affected me as an adult. Now I can't imagine all of this stuff
affecting you now. Yeah.
What it's doing to kids and what it does to adults. I get to see what it does to adults.
And when I say we challenge you to do nothing, it doesn't mean don't do anything all week. Just like out of the hour of the day,
at least. Yeah,
you know, just chill and relax and do something.
Turn on some music, whatever it is you want to do. Turn on some music, take a bubble bath. What else can you do? Drink some coffee and sit outside and watch the mosquitoes. Go watch your chickens. You know what I did yesterday? Now that I remember, I got a folding chair. I put it in the backyard. I put it in the middle of the backyard, and I just sat there in the sun. I was like, I am a plant, and I'm solar charging. But I did that because I felt like indoors, like indoors. Take it away, Penny. Does my voice kind of sound like SpongeBob's? Like nasally? No.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
But yeah, I did nothing. I did it for like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Wow. I was just like, because I was feeling overwhelmed.
Sun-kissed.
I made out with the sun. I was like, I'm glad that we can get together and do nothing.
Yeah, me too.
There's been times that we just sit down and we're just sitting there without saying a word.
Yeah.
And I don't feel pressured to talk because I know you understand. And I'm like, this is noise.
No roaches or nothing.
There's no roaches on nothing. Just mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah, that was today's topic. Do nothing.
Nothing.
Time for yourself. Take it. Treat yourself.
Be nice to yourself.
Be nice to yourself. Like, the world is already mean to us. Be your own best friend. Listen to your body, to your mind, to your soul.
Treat yourself how you would treat
Someone you love.
Treat yourself how you would treat little you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you should treat yourself.
So, thank you so much for joining us today.
I hope you liked our chill podcast.
Yeah. Hope you do nothing sometime this week. Take the time to unwind, listen to yourself.
But don't forget to like our video.
Yes, please like, share, subscribe. We love seeing the interaction and hearing that you are loving this content. It motivates us to keep doing it. And it helps us a lot if you comment, like, and share with people that you love. And especially in the Central Valley, we would love to connect and get our message across here, because there's not a lot of entertainment like this going around here.
No, there's not. There's a lot of us. Not a lot of entertainment. Not a lot of representation or visibility.
So here we
We're
are,
out here.
representing and visible. But thank you so much, Alex. I had a blast, like always, with you. Thank you for being a great person, a great friend, someone I could do nothing with.
I'm cutting this part.
You're like, that made me uncomfortable. But we'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you soon.
Bye. Let's go back to the beginning.